It's 11, I do believe. Happy Thursday. I also think that's true. Had another relatively long day, so I'm here just to do a little unwinding, a little moving the body, a little stretching, a little letting go of stresses from today so I can make room for new stresses of tomorrow. I invite you to join me as usual if you feel like it, to whatever degree you feel like it. I'm still in my mod bit roofing get up. That's what this is. I haven't started mod bitting yet, though. I'm still tapering. I'm nearly done though. I touched the foam today. I can't even count how many times I've learned that lesson. Thank you for the love. It's been one of those days where you learn the same lessons that you already learned, but you learn them again and you're like, dope, I already knew that. Or even before you do it, you're like, don't do it, don't do it. You touched the spray foam while it was wet. Now your hand is all covered in spray foam, because even if you just touch it a little bit, it goes. Plus, I'm me, so I'm a messy person, just by nature. What can I say? Thank you for listening. Let me get that off my chest. Apparently, it's been bugging me for a while now, or something, or just a minute. Let's do some shoulder shrugs. Breathing in. And then just relaxing, letting that go. Turn back this way. Breathing in, shrugging up, tensing up, and then just letting that go. And one more time, breathing in. Tensing the shoulders, holding the breath for a little bit up there, and then just letting that go. It's a nice, quick and easy way to reduce some stress. So is wacky waving inflatable arm tube man imitations. That's all the ideas I have for the moment. More will come to me though. Let's start a little stretching, shall we? I'm going to bring my awareness into the bottoms of my feet. You can see I haven't lost my silly, so at least I got that going on. I'm going to bend from the hips, not from the waist, from the hips down lower with a relatively flat back, making sure not to lock these knees on the way down. Coming down toward the floor with the arms. I'm nice and stiff today, so I'm just going to hang here for a breath or so. Let gravity do some unwinding of the spine. Makes me want to crack things and get rid of hitches in my giddy up. It's going to take a little time though. I think. Let's give it some time. I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back. Coming into a bit of a counter stretch, bring the eyes up. Oh, there's a little popping. I don't even know what that was. Pushing the hips forward a bit and coming back to neutral. Shake that out. I'm just out of practice. This day was reminding me that, I like to work hard in general, and all this sitting around not working hard, it's not good for me. I'm going to forward fold again from the hips. Swan diving down. Again, just let the arms hang. Let the spine hang off the hips. Let's pull up from the waist now, pulling up in the pelvic floor, back in the abdomen. Give myself a nice hug. Left elbow over right. Rounding the spine, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Give a nice little squeeze. And then releasing all that again toward the floor. Shaking out the head a little bit. I'm going to come up this time, right elbow over left. Again, pulling up in the pelvic floor, back in the abdomen. Giving myself a nice little squeeze, a nice little hug. Rounding the spine. shake that out a little bit. Let's go ahead and step back with the left foot into a lunge of some sort. Pulling the back hip forward, forward hip back, tipping the tailbone under a little bit. Shaking out the shoulders, pressing that back heel into the ground, checking that I'm not crunching past the toes with the front knee. Let's bring the arms up overhead, making sure not to crunch up in the shoulders. Still trying to turn those hips to face the front. I'm going to turn to the outside plane, closing those hips even more. Gazing out past fingertips. Checking with these front fingertips. And then again to the back fingertips. Giving neck a nice little stretch. I'm going to slide the back foot out on the toe. Bring my left hand down on the inside of my right leg. And reaching up to the outside with that right hand, gazing up past fingertips. Reaching around to look for that hip to give the body a little more twist. Bringing out the spine, giving those organs a little squeeze, a little hug. And then letting that go. Unwinding, I'm going to bring this hand on the outside of that right foot. I'm sliding that back foot forward a little bit so I can straighten this front foot as much as possible. Just give a nice forward fold, letting the body kind of drape over that leg. I like to alternate aiming my chin for my toes and a flat back, and then rounding the spine, aiming my forehead for my knee. Chin for toe. Still working to straighten that leg a little bit more. It's kind of all bound up, and forehead for knee. Chin for toe, and bringing my weight onto my hands. I'm going to bring that foot back. Pressing through the palms, through the arms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone through the back of the head. Pressing into the heels. Swing the body forward. Bringing the chest up through the shoulders. Pulling the legs together. Don't forget to breathe and smile. Letting the belly just drop and relax a little bit. Pushing up through the palms, through the shoulders, through the chest. And then lifting the hips, pressing back again into those heels and swinging that left leg forward into a nice deep lunge. Step forward with that back foot. Hang here and forward fold. Again, shaking out the neck a little bit. And then we're going to bend the knees, swing the arms back. Come again into a counter stretch, pushing the hips forward. Gazing up, coming back to neutral. Shake that out a little bit, and then step back with the right foot. Again, pulling the back hip forward, forward hip back. Pressing that back heel, tipping the tailbone under. Up, making sure not to crunch up in those shoulders, even though they're crunchy. And then closing those hips even more, pulling that back hip forward, forward hip back, into the outside plane, gazing out past those back fingertips, and then forward past the front two fingertips. Slide that back foot out on the toe, bringing my right hand down on the inside of my left leg, and gazing up past the left fingertips. organs a nice little squeeze, the spine a nice wringing out. And then unwinding all of that, bringing my left hand on the outside of that left leg, scooching that back foot forward a little bit and forward folding over that front leg. Just draping the body down that leg, trying to straighten the leg as much as possible. Still pressing that back heel toward the ground, aiming chin toward toes, and then forehead for knee, and chin for toes. Still working to straighten that leg, and forehead to knee, and chin for toes, forehead to knee, and then bringing that foot back to meet the back foot, pressing into the heels, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head, pressing the heart toward the earth, the heels toward the earth, and swinging the body forward, lifting the chest through the shoulders, pulling the legs together, gazing up, letting the belly just drop. And then lifting the hips, pressing back. Swing that right foot forward into a nice deep lunge. Some nice deep breaths are always in order, I think. Stepping forward with that back foot. Hang here again, just letting the spine unwind. Let's go over to the left a little bit. And over to the right. Just using my hands for torque. Kind of get a nice stretch through the shoulder, through the torso. Again to the left, and this time I'm going to raise that left arm up behind me. Getting some more twist. Coming back down to the left, through center, and then over to the right. And again, this time lifting the right arm. Getting some nice torque with the left hand on the right foot. I'm just going to hang here. Shake out the head a little and roll on up. One vertebra at a time, stacking on the next. I'm going to just swing the arms free. Do a little more winding down, maybe stand on my head a little bit. Get ready for another full day tomorrow. Hopefully I'm going to get to the unrolling. Of course, I really thought that about today, but it didn't happen. And I do have to go to the stove again. It's like some things that you learn every time you do a new project. Seems like going to the store a lot is one of them. Sticking your hand in wet, foamy, what am I trying to say? Foam insulation, expanding foam, that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, all in a good day of fun work play. I like to say, all that rhymes, you know it's true. Just swaying a little bit into the hips before I'm gonna bid you adieu. Have a lovely Thursday evening or Friday day or whatever day or thing you're into. It's good to see ya. Hope you're remembering to take care of you, because you are worth it. And demonstrating doesn't take any special equipment or outfit or area to do a little stretching and strengthening. yourself a little playful movement. A little deep breathing goes a long way.